have exported our scanned object from Scan Studio. So now let's bring it into Blender. I'll go to File, Import, OBJ, and open our file. Okay, our model is loaded, and we need to first of all set our origin. So Control Shift Alt C and move the geometry to the origin, and then I can move this up and move it down so that it roughly aligns with our grid, like that. Then let's go into our Scene tab, Renders, yes, Scene tab, and set our units to metric or imperial, whichever you prefer, and then we can check the dimensions of this model, and as you can see, they're saying our model is huge. So we'll set this to 1,000th, the scale field here, 1,000. You'll recall that when we export our model, we set it to millimeters. So we'll set that like that. And now let's use our 3D Print Toolkit. So File, User Preferences, and the User Preferences window will open like that, and we can go to Search Print, enable this, and OK. So there we have Print 3D rollout, and we can now start doing some analysis. There's also a mesh analysis rod over here on the right we could use, but we'll just use this. This will be fine. So we'll check for any intersecting faces in our model, which there probably won't be any, but alright, so it's finished checking our mesh, so we can roll down, and we see that there are quite a few intersecting faces, and if we click this button, it will select all those for us. So and there I just moved everything. Okay. And one problem that I've been having with this is that these faces don't seem to intersect with anything. So haven't really got a good explanation for that, and so I just have to assume Blender's telling me you know, something good here. But we'll up any of those problems later. Let's also check for degenerate geometry. But we had to select our faces, and then okay, so we have two faces here that I believe have zero area. We zoom in here, you can see this a little bit. Okay, there we go. I just pressed the period key on the numpad, and we have those faces. So I'll try to delete faces. Let's select those again, delete faces, and we just clean that right up. No problem. And we can also check for say overhangs. So this will help us visualize problems we'll have with overhanging faces. So all these faces here will need to be supported when we print. Okay. And that's all that I'm going to cover now. So lastly, we will go back up here to our transform, our dimensions, and if we wanted to, we could scale this. I'll scale this to about 5 inches or so. Okay. And then we can export as an STL, and I have a folder just for 3D prints, and I can call this CB Puppet and body tut.stl export. Alright, so we've finished editing our object in Blender. Now let's go into NetFab to finish cleaning up our mesh.